How you doing, guys? Ryan with All About Auto. Going to do a short video on replacing the window moldings. This is a Toyota Highlander, but it's very similar process on just about every other vehicle. So every once in a while you'll have a screw on the inside. Sometimes it's just clips. You can just verify that by usually looking in the rear of the inside of the door or behind the little plastic trim that is sometimes there. So this particular one is just clips. You can also verify that by looking at your new pieces. If it doesn't come with any screws, there's no holes or anything to put a screw through, then you know it's usually just a pressure clip. So this one just has one on either side. That'll also kind of help you when you're taking off of the old one. It'll show you where to apply the extra pressure and where you need to kind of focus to get it to come loose. Because sometimes if they sit in there and bake, they can be a little more difficult to get out. So this one, having one in the front and one in the back, we're going to focus on the back first. If you want to be extra careful, you can put a little bit of tape to protect the paint on the bottom. And you also want to get something similar to this to be able to pry it up so you don't scratch anything and you're able to get it to start to come loose. So we'll just slide our tool under it, pick up a little bit. And it will pop loose. And then you just continue that down the piece. And that's it. Clear up everything on the inside. So you'll see on this one, the rubber had just shrunk, completely tearing apart. So especially down here in Florida, it just beats these types of plastic things and rubber things up. So good to replace them. Clean up the bottom section before you put the new one on. Make sure you don't have anything in between the door and the new piece. And then just start from, again, wherever your clips are. Start on one side, make sure you have it lined up even. Push it down inside of the door, and then make sure you push along the entire thing. This one's actually pretty easy. It's got an indentation for this, so you know exactly where this one needs to sit. So on the bottom, you usually have two ridges where this will actually sit inside of. So line it up. Make sure it's sitting where it's supposed to. And just apply a little pressure. Snaps in. And the other side snaps in. That's pretty much all it takes. We'll go over to the other side and repeat. Okay, figured I would start on the driver's side since I didn't film the, or I'm sorry, passenger side since I didn't film the driver's door. So again, replacing the sill moldings, window trim, whatever you want to refer to it as. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put a piece of tape over the paint just to protect that area. And this one is obviously in terrible shape. The rubber has completely separated. It's just dry rotted and pretty much falling apart. This Florida sun is no joke. And same thing with the other one. Always look at the piece that I am putting in. This one actually only has one pressure style clip that's going to sink in. So this probably goes right under the piece of plastic that goes around the base of the mirror. So as we're taking it off, we'll just start with this clip, bring it up, and then pull it out. Pop that clip up. It's already free. And that's it. Clean up the area from the old one. And obviously you don't want to just take it and start ripping stuff out, but it's very possible that it's going to take a little bit of pressure to get it to pop out. I mean, figure these things have been in there for 5, 10, 15 years, longer, who knows, depending on the age of the vehicle and if they've ever been replaced. But try to get all the debris out so nothing blocks the new one from sitting down incorrectly. And line up this indentation with this part of the door. And then you're going to want to start on the inside to go right underneath of the cap where it slides under. Just a little bit of pressure. Make sure the rubber top part lines up with that piece. I always like to make sure that the back is going to line up correctly before I start pushing anything down. And then just start from the back. And get it to pop in. And that one's good. Make sure it's lined up flush, which it is. And we'll move to the back door. And this one's going to be the same thing as the other side. Little piece of tape to protect the paint. And broke. Nice. And this one is literally actually coming into two pieces. So you can see the clip down there. So this one's going to take a little more work than everything else did. So make sure that we get the old clip out so the new one can go in. Now with this we could either get needle nose pliers, or actually it just finally broke loose, so we'll just pull it out. But if you have to, get needle nose pliers. Just again, be careful of the paint. If you have to, put more tape up to protect it. And the other clip was actually broke too. It's stuck inside. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright, so cleaned up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Stuff is going to get down in there. You just want to make sure the majority of it is gone, and there's nothing going to keep the new one from fitting correctly. Indentation, line up with the molding, make sure indentation down there lines up with the top of the door. Both sides are lined up. Flip one. And that's it. Nothing to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Have a good one.